Great 我们这边的B 站已经转到我们直播的页面了，所以我们现在开始。现在是北京时间的晚上8点，欢迎大家来到 DoraHacks 的 B 站直播间。今天呢依旧是 DoraHacks 和 Solana 一起举办的 Solana Season Hackathon 的参赛项目 Demo。我们这边今天呢请到了有3个项目一起来进行 Demo， 分别是 DAGG Trade、Apricot、还有O3 Swap。对。然后就是在 demo 开始之前呢，也是提示大家不要忘了先关注一下 DoraHacks 的直播间，因为我们黑客松的活动会持续有项目过来进行 demo， 包括会请到一些非常大咖的导师来给大家做技术方面的分享。好，那我们今天第一个项目呢是 DAGG Trade， 这边可能presenter 的话，他会重点用英文来讲，但是大家没关系，可以在评论区留下你的问题和一些感想，我们这边都会转告给我们的讲者。然后后面的2个项目都会是中文。OK， 好，这边已经看到您分享的屏幕了，那 DAGG Trade 现在可以开始了。
好 sounds good. Hello, hi, can you see my screen?
Yes.
OK, 好，hi 大家好，我先跟大家说一下，我的母语是英文，所以我的 presentation 今天主要是用 English， 所以请大家多能理解一下，因为我们团队主要是从美国、澳洲和英国，也有在亚洲有团队，但是我们的工作语言都是 English， 虽然我会一些中文，但是一些专业词和我们的这个 working language 都是英文，所以请大家多了解一下。好 ，so yeah, really glad to be part of this DoraHacks plus Solana Hackathon. So I'm the co-founder of DAGG Trade. So again, really appreciate this opportunity to present in front of mostly Chinese community here. It's one of even though our team is global, China and the Chinese-speaking community is one of our high priority regions, along with English, of course. As well as Korea, Vietnam, and Russia and Turkey. These are all regions that we hope to speak with in the next couple of weeks. So to get into the presentation now, so I'll take about 7 slides to give everyone an overview of why we're here in the Solana Hackathon, why we chose Solana, and then how we came to shape the DAGG Trade vision, which is to be a useful DEX aggregation service for all of our traders. So, and then a little bit on myself first. So, for the hackathon, my name is Apex. So, like as I mentioned, the team is global across both Asia and the West. But from my experience, I've been in the industry since the last bull run. As I'm sure many other people are also since 2017. Back in the States, started buying Bitcoin, Ethereum back then, and then ultimately, got into the industry full time. And to connect with Solana now, actually, so I've worked in advisory consulting across both China, Asia, as well as US and Europe, helping a lot of exchanges, helping a lot of projects, layer 1 chains, to understand and enter the Chinese and Asian markets. So Solana actually was a client that I helped advise back in 2019. I knew the team was good, the product was good, but back then the narrative and the ecosystem wasn't there yet. So since January of this year, 2021, since Solana now is in the spotlight, there's a lot of traders, investors, but most importantly, developers now for Solana. We felt that it was ready for us to start DAGG Trade and create the DEX aggregation on top of Solana. So that leads into this slide here. The current landscape of the blockchains right now in this space, and why we chose Solana to focus on first. So our bet and what we're really bullish on, we truly believe and passionate about is for decentralized exchanges and DeFi and the future of this growth. So of course we're on Solana, but we also recognize the potential for other chains. Of course, there's Ethereum with ETH 2.0. Of course, there's Polkadot. Of course, there's Avalanche, Near, L2 with Matic / Polygon, and many others. Our vision is that there will be multiple DEXs on these multiple chains in the future. So we're positioning a couple of steps ahead of that and building DAGG Trade and aggregating the DEXs. So as I mentioned, we're obviously choosing Solana first, very bullish on the team as well as the tech. And why we're choosing DEX aggregations, because there are already a few DEXs on Solana. Of course, there is the big one with Serum, but also we're seeing growth in Radium as well as Orca. We see that Sushi is planning to enter Solana, as well as in this hackathon, there should be other DEXs and AMM swaps coming online with various liquidity pools. So this is all the background. Diving into our project now, DAGG Trade. I did want to emphasize that not only are we familiar with the Solana team, but our experience with the other projects in the space and other teams building on Solana has been very positive. Everyone's very friendly, supportive. So we definitely feel good being builders in this Solana ecosystem right now. So without any more background, so getting into DAGG Trade. By the way, this is a very small, actually, let me do this. Let me full screen. There we go. So we have it's a preview of our demo proof of concept, which I'll show in a minute. But want to emphasize on our vision. So I've already explained the background on, there's multiple DEXs now on Solana. We basically want to build an aggregation protocol, but also present, so the aggregation protocol, we want to connect to all the DEXs, all the liquidity pools on Solana. So as a little bit of a preview today, we have integrated with Serum and Radium, and I'll show a demo. But in the future, we want to integrate with Orca, Sushi, and any new DEXs coming online. We've already talked to a few of the other projects in the hackathon, and we hope to work with them. So of course, Solana first, but one challenge an opportunity we see is that there will be more people, new users, new traders moving, assets from FTX, from Ethereum, from other chains over, as the products on Solana get more mature. So we want to also be a one-stop shop. We want to be almost a go-to trading platform for these new users, because they may not immediately know about all the DEXs on Solana. They probably have heard of Serum, for example, but they might not necessarily know and get the best pricing with simple UI UX when they come over to Solana. So we basically want to be a landing page and have our own strategy include getting user acquisition as part of our operations. So in zooming out a little bit, so for the future vision, again, Solana is our phase one focus. The future vision is actually multi-chain. So tying back to our bullish bet on DeFi and DEXs across all the competing chains, right? Because I think the space will only get bigger. So our future vision is actually multi-chain. Actually, our team, 2 months ago when we started building on Solana, we considered BSC as well. We considered Ethereum as well, of course. but we obviously have chosen Solana. But in the future, we are keeping our vision open, and as we aggregate to the next chain, the next phase, we'll be looking at multi-chain as well. All right, so the next is I do want to just directly go into our product. We have definitely prioritized getting an MVP out for this presentation here, and also for the Solana Hackathon itself. So credit to our developers. Our proof of concept MVP/alpha product is live now. If you go to app.daggtrade.com. Again, this is a screenshot. I'm actually going to switch over to the live site in a minute, just to frame the product for everybody. Please keep in mind it is the alpha release. There are not all the functions are fully turned on. It's meant to give folks both a preview, but also the ability to do some actual trades. So hopefully everyone can understand that. So right now, as I mentioned before, we have Radium integrated as well as Serum, two large liquidity pools, and we hope they will even get bigger. Plus, Orcas in the plans. We've turned on pairs for popular tokens such as Sol, Ray, BTC, Ethereum, but not all the tokens are fully turned on and tested yet. One of the value adds of our UI UX for traders is providing some useful information, including the liquidity pool sizes, and also comparing some of the prices across exchanges. So without any more wait, let me just switch over to the actual product. All right. Okay, this is our homepage here. Welcome everybody to come take a look and reach out to me. We're very open and continue to talk to some other projects in this space. So here is the alpha release. So we've kept it very simple for this release. So everyone's familiar with the swap interface here. We've added charting. So we're just going to do a very simple trade with Sol USDC pair. So I'm going to just swap 10 Solana. It's okay, going through the approval. Okay. As everyone's probably very familiar with, Solana is so fast. So the trade has happened. So a couple of things to point out. One is up here we're showing which dexes we are connected with Orca coming up. Here the dex that it's being routed through is being shown. So right now for Sol to USDC, it is using Serum, the Serum dex. Now if I'm trying to trade Ray USDC, for example. Okay, it is still routing through Serum Dex. Sometimes when there's a better pricing, it will route through the Radium Dex instead. So obviously this is going to change depending on the pricing and liquidity depth of those dexes. So as I mentioned, the 24-hour LP, the pool volumes, fees, APYs across our integrated dexes are shown on the left here. We can filter and sort through these. Also underneath here, we have just brought on a very straightforward price comparison of Solana token across both not only dexes like Radium, but also centralized exchanges, just to give the users like a very quick view of what the pricings are across, all the different channels. All right. I will come back to the presentation now. And by the way, I welcome everybody to come to our channels, talk to myself, talk to our devs. We want to integrate and work with all the ecosystem players in Solana. All right. So a bit more on the team. So as I've already described a little bit about myself, but for the team, we are distributed globally. We have core folks in US, Australia, UK. We have operational folks in China and Korea already. And through our fundraising round, we're actually paying special attention to communities and influencers and supporters in other regions as well. For example, we do want to pay attention to India and countries like Turkey that are growing quickly as well. So a little bit more on our developers. So right now, our core developers, they have experience with building blockchain infrastructure previously from on the Ethereum side, as well as having built crypto wallets as well. Then we have designers and UI UX lead that was he used to lead design for top exchanges, centralized exchanges. So one of the things that we'd want to emphasize is also just providing a very useful UI UX and make that friendly for new users coming on board for Solana as well. And for that, we hope to actually partner up with more wallets to integrate. And then as for myself, like I mentioned, I've had the 4 years of experience advising and helping projects basically launch and also help them do plan out and implement their plans mostly in Asia, from talking with local supporters, media, PR, investors, funds, getting onto Asian exchanges, and so forth. So to wrap up, right now, like I keep repeating, for focus on Solana, we want to keep improving our product, our MVP. Secondly, we will start ramping up community, which means in terms of branding, in terms of getting the message out there, we want to help in bringing users on board for Solana. Of course, it's up to the whole ecosystem. We hope there will be $1 billion TVL products for DEXs and lending and yield aggregators on Solana coming up, and we hope to partner with them. Last but not least, we are working. We are in the fundraising round now, and we'll be closing and announcing our early contributors and investors in the next 2 weeks. Here's some of our official channels. Welcome everybody to join. Come on board. We'll be answering everything in there across both Telegram and WeChat. Then to reach out to me personally, Telegram is best under Apex Decentral. Also, email is perfect as well. So with that, that wraps it up my quick presentation. I want to turn it over for Q&A for the team and for the community.
好的，好的，感谢 Apex 这边的分享。我现在也正在看，就是DAGG Trade 在 Hacker Link 上提交的一些内容。我看到了你们有提交一个网站叫 nectaring.herocoolapp.com。所以这个是你们的一个测试的网站，还是说最后成型的产品也会在这里
？Okay， 那个是那个就是测试网，那个it was an internal testing site， 就是那个大家可以 disregard， 因为我们把那个UI UX 挪到了这个 actual 这个 demo， 这个就是我们的 it's the same thing， 就是 app.daggtrade.com 是这个 actual 的 application site。
对的对的，看起来是就是您这边分享的这个界面其实功能上是丰富很多的。
Yep， 那个是就是一个很早的一个test site。 Yes。
好的好的，理解。就是这边也是想问一下你们下一步的计划是什么？比如说next step plan， 最核心的一些功能的更新是什么呢？
好的，是 OK，我稍微用中文英文混合一下，那个请大家
都可以，
中文不是很流利。那个其实我们主要是有三个方向，一个是就是产品，我们这2个月的时间一直在push 我们的 development， 就是有很多 internal versions， 因为大家也应该大家都知道嘛，我们那个 Solana 也是用 Rust， 也是不是 EVM， 不是很容易能 fork over， 所以说那个 product will always be a priority。 So虽然我们今天有了一个 working proof of concept， 我们还会就是不停的在 iterate， 就是我们的 UI UX， 我觉得我们还可以提高很多。So 然后产品上面的话，我也提到就是其实我们现在只有2个 DEX integrated， right， 就是 Serum 和那个 Radium， 但是我们其实要to complete our vision， 我们要跟as many DEXs as possible， 就是要跟 Solana 别的那个别的 DEX 也要 integrate， 所以说我们就是 want to be very friendly and open and talk to those teams。 然后第二个点就是我们也要就是可能大家还没有听到我们的这个 project DAGG Trade， 所以说我知道我们从communications， 从 marketing， 从这个曝光的角度来说的话，还没有做太多所以说这方面我们也要start to push harder and ramp up， and you know it will help also to bring users on board for us and for Solana as well。然后终于就是我刚才说我们那个 fundraising 嘛，就是也welcome一些 influencers, individuals, communities, funds 在中国或者是 global 跟我们联系，我们现在已经开始跟一些 institutional 和 influencers 在谈。这是我们就是 Q2 和 early Q3 的3个月的计划。然后就是长远的话我们就是我和团队也就是我 always 就是总是会看Solana 唯一的就是priority number 1， 但是我们也会观察别的 chain 的这个 growth， right， 好比如说 BSC 从去年到今年的4、5月份，然后从今年3月份到现在一直是 Polygon， right， 下一个也许是Polkadot。But you know,再过3个月的话，就是 who knows 这个primary chain 是什么？然后我们也是，应该是 Q3， 对 Q3 的话，我们要开始测试我们第二个 chain。
好的，特别好。我觉得就是在 DoraHacks 这边的 presentation， 其实也就是你们promotion 的一个至少是在中国的一个很好的尝试吧，因为我们这边的曝光还是会蛮多的。然后好，我看到有下一个项目的嘉宾已经 ready 了，所以咱们就是quickly wrap up。今天最后一个问题就是说 DAGG Trade 这边能不能用最简单的一句话去跟大家介绍你们最大的亮点是什么？
好，OK， 用中文 OK， 我们就是well, let me speak quickly in English first. Yeah, we hope to we strive to provide the best user experience, 加上just the best price, low slippage, the best price for all trading on Solana. So that's the goal. So for both existing traders on Solana and new traders, we want to basically provide like a trusted landing platform for them to trade and knowing they'll get the best price and providing, you know, a very friendly UI UX.
好的， 好，我觉得大家肯定都是听得懂，就是咱们这边的 vision 的。好，那今天就感谢 DAGG Trade 给我们带来的精彩分享，也祝你们发展越来越好。之后也欢迎带着迭代update 过更多功能的产品，继续参加我们的黑客松活动。好的，那
好，多谢。